I want to talk about that time when Chevrolet made a convertible pickup truck. You're hearing me right, a convertible pickup truck. Let's talk about it. That vehicle was the Chevrolet SSR, Super Sport Roadster. The SSR came out in 2003 and it was a two-door pickup truck roadster. I know, it's very strange. The SSR used the GMT 360 platform, which is shared with vehicles like the Chevrolet Trailblazer and Buick Rainier, just to name a few. So it was a real truck, technically speaking, because it was body on frame. The earliest model years, 2003 and 2004, featured a 5.3-liter Vortec V8, which would have been featured in vehicles like the Silverado of the time. It had 300 horsepower, and it was paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. And despite this vehicle having hot rod styling, it definitely did not have hot rod performance with a 0 to 60 of 7.7 seconds. And while General Motors clearly realized that this engine was definitely underpowered for the vehicle it was trying to be, so they stepped it up for 2005. So for 2005 and 2006 model years, Chevrolet really stepped up the engine, giving it the 6-liter LS2 V8, which was from the Corvette of the time, and man, this really added some life into the vehicle. It went from 300 to 390 horsepower, and while that doesn't sound like a big difference to some non-car people, that was huge for it, because not just the horsepower, it also got bumped greatly in torque. It went from 331 pound-feet of torque to 405 pound-feet of torque. This really brought the hot rod vibes to the Chevrolet SSR. Its 0 to 60 went from 7.7 seconds to 5.3 seconds, over 2-second improvement, and this really made the Chevrolet SSR a hot rod truck like it was supposed to be. But not only was there a new engine, there was also a new available transmission. You could still get it with the 4-speed automatic, but now you could also get it for those 2005 and 6 model years, a 6-speed Tremec manual transmission, and this really added some life into the vehicle, giving it that real hot rod characteristics. And well, you probably figured out by now, but unfortunately in 2006, Chevrolet discontinued the SSR, and this is really due to poor sales, but despite this being such a weird vehicle, it sold 20,000 units, so definitely not a lot, but honestly, for as strange as a vehicle it was, I'm surprised it sold 20,000 units. And of course, we can't forget to talk about the bet. Yeah, the bet. Clearly, the SSR wasn't made to be used like an actual truck or a normal truck because it had a 4-foot bed, so it wasn't anything crazy long at all. And also, its tonneau cover was not the most practical for using like a normal truck. It had this hardtop trunk kind of cover thing where it would lift off a little bit, but it wasn't just the easiest thing to access to. So if you want to use your truck like a normal one where you throw wood in the back, it wasn't really made for stuff like that. Really, the SSR was more made to look like a truck, but not be used like a truck, if that makes sense. The SSR came in some really cool and unique colors. The most common was Redline Red, but some really standout ones were Aqua, Blur, Metallic, and it's like this really interesting metallic-y blue that really stands out. And the most rare color was Ultraviolet Purple, with just 25 SSRs being made in this color, and man, does it really stand out. And while sure, it made no practical sense for Chevrolet to put the SSR into production, I'm so glad they did because it's a super sport roadster and there's no other vehicle like it. It's very unique and it stands out. I wish companies would take risks like they used to because sometimes risk can have beautiful results. And while it might not always deliver the results they're looking for, that's what risks are supposed to be. And today, many companies just do what's safe and gonna work. And I wish companies would go back to taking risk.